A couple years ago, I reviewed the very first solar panel Bluetooth tracker on the market called the Ekster card, which actually ran on the TrackR network or the TrackR app. Today, we're going to look at their version number 2, which actually runs on one of my favorite networks called the Chipolo. Let's go ahead and check this out for you. Welcome back. As always, for full disclosure, Ekster did send me this card for a full review and to be able to share with you guys. As an added bonus, they also sent this Ekster Parliament Wallet 3.0, which is very cool. You press this little button, all your cards pop out and fanned out like that. So it's very cool. So stay tuned towards the end, which I'll quickly review this. And as a bonus, whenever I can get a discount code for you guys, I do put those codes or discount links down in the description, so definitely check those out. We'll get into the features in a moment, but let's quickly compare this to the last version. Upon first look, they are pretty identical, but when you get into a little bit more details, you can see that the actual solar panels is a little bit bigger, the button is a little bit more defined, and the markings are a little bit brighter. On the back, they did remove these two little holes, and if I remember correctly, this is not actually sound holes, they are actually reset holes. You take a little paper clip to reset it, but I'm going to be testing out the sound anyways in just a moment. And when it came to the thinness of the device, I was hoping before I received it that they would actually make it thinner, but when I actually got it and tested it out, it was actually pretty identical to the first one at just slightly above 3 millimeters. The only real difference is the bigger solar panel, which I hope means that it can charge up faster. Other than that, there's really not much physical difference. The real star here of this new version is the new app. So instead of using the TrackR app or TrackR network, it now uses one of my favorites, which I mentioned earlier, Chipolo. And I definitely love my Chipolos. If you guys have been watching for a while, it is one of my favorite Bluetooth trackers out there. So now the Ekster card works on their network. You can easily add this to Chipolo app by pressing the little plus button in the top right corner of the app. Then select product partners and Ekster, and then it'll tell you press the button on the Ekster card and listen for the sound. Once you get that sound, you will complete the pairing process. And that's it. Your device is paired. You can go ahead and click on your Ekster card and hit ring to find. And just like that, you can make your device ring. And while we're at it, might as well test and compare the sound levels. Let's go ahead and do the Ekster card version number 1 first, which comes in at 87.3, which is not that loud. Let's go ahead and try out version number 2. Which comes in at 88.8, which is not much louder than the first version. And if you happen to misplace your phone, you can simply double press the button on the Ekster card to make the phone ring. You can also share out your tracker with friends and family, but understand you can only connect one phone to the tracker at a time. And if you like to take selfies, you can use the tracker as a shutter remote. Going further into customized settings, you can rename your device. You have 6 different ringtones to choose from, but of course the Chipolo ringtone is the loudest. And as a hidden gem, which a lot of people don't know about, I'm going to tell you a little secret here. On iPhones, if you happen to shake it, or on Android, if you triple tap the serial number, you'll come into Chipolo Labs. Now, in Chipolo Labs, you have a couple different features, which I think is awesome, including the out of range notifications. So if you happen to leave something behind, it will actually ring to let you know that you left something behind. Now understand this is still in beta, and because it is Bluetooth, it's probably never going to be perfect. If Bluetooth connection is lost, it will automatically ring. So you do get some false notifications, but it's not as often as you think. You can set up quiet zones so it doesn't go off at your house or in the middle of the night. And another great feature in iOS devices is the ability for a Chipolo wake. So on iPhone, if you happen to shut down the app, give it a couple minutes and then it will reconnect. So if you happen to lose your phone, you can still use your tracker to find your phone. Unlike some other Bluetooth trackers out there, once you shut it down, you lost that connection. On Android, the option of Chipolo Wake is not there, but understand that it's automatically turned on for you. So if you shut down the app, you can still ring your phone. And for those who use voice first assistants in your home like Lady A or Google, you can ask them to find your Ekster card. Now, I did have to rename it because it didn't understand what I was asking for, but once I renamed it to Wallets, both of them worked flawlessly. Alexa, open Chipolo.
Hi, you can ask me to ring your Chipolos or I can let you know where they are.
Ring my wallet.
Your Chipolo has started ringing. Do you want me to stop ringing it?
Yes.
Your Chipolo has stopped ringing.
Okay, Google. Open Chipolo.
Sure, here's Chipolo.
Hi, you can ask me to ring your Chipolos or let you know where they currently are.
Where's my wallet?
Your Chipolo is at USA. Should I try to ring it?
Yes.
Your Chipolo has started ringing. Do you want me to stop ringing it?
And now when it comes to battery life, which I think is very important, in the first version they say about 3 hours of direct sunlight gave you about a month full of charge. In my testing, that was just about right. It actually gave me about 3 weeks if I used it a little bit more. In the second version, they say 3 hours of direct sunlight will give you 2 months of charge. I will be updating my full pros and cons list with those test results, so definitely check that out. So I do think the new card is pretty cool. I love that the solar panel is a little bit bigger, so in theory it should charge a little bit faster. Unfortunately, I can't prove that. There's no way to know when this card is at 100% because inside the app you can't see the battery life. So I do wish that Chipolo would add some type of battery level so you know when your Chipolo or your Ekster card is dying and you need to charge it up. I'm not quite sure if they give you a reminder. Hopefully they at least give you a reminder when this thing is low. I will be leaving full pros and cons list as I continue to use this on my website, so definitely check that out right up there. But I love how this does work on the Chipolo network, which is one of my favorite Bluetooth tracker networks. I love that you're able to ring your phone even if you don't have the app turned on, or it has to be installed on your phone but doesn't need to be running in the background. So if you do accidentally turn off the app, or for whatever reason you want to shut it down, you can still be able to find your phone if you happen to lose it. So there are other trackers out there like TrackR, which if you turn off that app, you lose the ability to be able to find your phone. So I do like how Chipolo works that way, and they don't charge you for that extra feature. So the big plus there. All right, bonus time, the Ekster Parliament 3.0. And look how cool this is. You can press the trigger and all your cards pop out, all nicely fanned out, and you can get to the cards that you need to quickly. You can have up to 6 flat cards or 4 embossed cards in the center section, which is RFID blocking. If you get the Parliament version, which is this version here, you get this added section. You can have 4 additional cards, but I actually recommend their other version called the Senate, which doesn't have this additional space, which I'll explain more in a minute. But no matter which one you pick, the brand new 3.0 version comes with a new trigger made of one complete solid piece of hardware, which eliminates any chance of breaking or jamming. And they also have 7 colors to choose from now. If you like to carry cash like I do sometimes, they have this elastic band that you can easily put the cash into. How cool this is. I think it's definitely a great wallet. It's definitely a great talking piece. Like if you're in the grocery store and you push this button to pay for groceries, the cashier is definitely going to ask you about this wallet because it's just not seen a lot. I do wish that I had the Senate. The Senate is the other model, which is just the card holder, which is the RFID card holder with the button, and you can fan out the cards without this second piece. I think this second piece where you can add a couple cards adds a lot of bulk, and it's really not necessary. So personally, if you want something slim and you don't have to have more cards, if you have more than 6 flat cards or 4 embossed cards, you have to go for the Parliament. But if you don't, definitely go for the Senate. This wallet is great for like night out on town where you just need 1 or 2 cards, maybe your driver's license, so you don't need that extra bulk. So that's what I would personally get, but I will leave a link. I do have that promo code for a few dollars off, so definitely check that out down below. If you guys want to see more Ekster products or Chipolo products, check out this playlist right there. Thanks for watching. I hope you will consider subscribing. Click this blue circle. I will see you guys on the next video.